Good morning from a very cold Alton Towers resort for the first day of the Christmas event. So it's looking very cold, start of December. Got my hat on ready, Nemesis hat, the OG one. So we've got a selection of family rides today, such as CBeebies and Alton Manor, Hex and Mutiny Bay. That's not battle galleons. So sun's only just coming up. If anyone's coming from Stoke-on-Trent, the 32A bus does still come here, but it drops you off right outside the front gate. So it doesn't completely come onto the resort because the bus company thinks it's closed when it's not. So a bit of a pain in the ass. Looking pretty quiet. So gonna see lots of Christmas decorations. Seeing a TikTok and some social media online that Alton Manor has been fully decked out with Christmas decorations, so we'll go and have a look at that, and hopefully we can see a bit of the park as it's going dark, see some of the lights around Alton Manor as well, because the park shuts at 4 today, so I'm not sure if it'll fully be dark by then, because it's usually about between 4 and 5. So we'll have a look at Tower Street with all the lights and the decorations and some of the lights as well before we leave, and have a look at some of the merchandise. So let's have a fun visit to Alton Towers in the close season. We'll also have a look at the new Bluey ride as well, some more construction. Turnstiles have just opened at 10 o'clock and we've got 6 hours until 4 o'clock. It's quite open to see the front entrance without the security tents. So no bag search today, and a simple scan of my new Merlin Platinum Pass with some of the new perks. So let's head on inside. It's looking very festive on Tower Street this morning. There was a security bag check, but they've moved it just after you've gone through the turnstiles. So we've got lots of trees with lots of shiny baubles. There's a Alton Towers Christmas logo just over there that everyone's fighting to have a picture of, which is quite amusing. Got lots of theming down Tower Street. I wonder what the frogs are wearing this morning. The sun's starting to show a bit of an appearance. Doesn't look too busy this morning, so it should be open for minimal queues. Similar to last year, the frogs have got some baubles around them with their Santa hats on, and even some are in a snow globe this year. Alton Towers get more and more creative ideas. So we've got several trees with some presents as well. So hopefully some of these are rigged up with some lights a bit later on. So we'll start having a walk around the park and see what we can find. So Alton Manor and Hex both don't open until 10:30. So I'll have a walk around Mutiny Bay first. So I just went to guest service to sort out the ride access pass because it's a brand new system, so it's available to be trialled at the Christmas event if anyone wants to give it a try with the new app. You've got to make sure you've updated it. Guest service is very helpful if you want them to help. So you pretty much select the rides you're going on, just like using reserve and ride at Legoland, and then you go to the ride and scan a QR code and it times you out. It is a bit like reserve and ride, to be fair. So some of them might give that a try, maybe some of them are CBeebies like Octonauts or something. But the other things shouldn't be too long. You can hear lots of maintenance going on around the rest of the park. So you can hear some noise over at Spinball. We've got the remains of the front lawns and the fireworks. So all the back part down where X sectors are shut off, you're only going to be able to get down to Hex when that's open very shortly. So I'll be walking over in that sort of direction. Got a very big Christmas tree there. the standard of Alton Towers. So we're going to walk down to Mutiny Bay and have a walk around there. So I'll show some of the rides and some of the offering. So there's apparently some sort of festive street food. I don't know if that's some of the huts somewhere, I don't know. I need to have a walk around first. I'm quite interested to see what food's around, but in typical fashion, I'm not battling hour mark, I'm just going to bring a picnic. So I just got a cheap ham sandwich. Save your money and bring a picnic, that's my advice. So just a few trees lined down here. So we're going to leave Tower Street and walk over to Mutiny Bay. It's a very empty front lawns. You can see where all the grass has been relayed since the fireworks flooring. It was a good display. I didn't film a vlog because I was very tired after Thorpe Park, but I did record the display and that's on our YouTube channel. So if you want to give that a watch, it'll be suggested at the end of this video. But make sure you watch this vlog first. Lots more of these trees lined around the park. They've got the big tree on Tower Street. So I'd say we're doing okay with decorations so far on Tower Street. So I'm interested to have a walk around the park and see what else there is. Got the towers the other side of the lake. The sunshine's pretty good. Nice and sunny today. Weather looks nice and clear. You can hear something going on at Spinball. Don't know what's going on. I wonder if it's having a pressure wash. Exactly what it needs. Lots of rides such as the Sky Ride have gone into hibernation. It was good to have it back this year, and hopefully it'll be still going next year. We've got some of the X-Sector food carts around on Mutiny Bay offering street food. You can see Battle Galleon's having its maintenance. I think we've even got Alton Bear over there. We're into a very festive Mutiny Bay. It's very quiet on the pathways. We're probably going to go and head for a ride on Heathrow and Marauders Mayhem. I think there's even a show on in the courtyard. The Sprout That Saved Christmas. So I believe that's the same show from last year. I probably won't film it because my arm will probably ache because it's about half an hour show. Got Heathrow going over there. There's some festive trees outside and lights. I think it's about time I had a ride. Just been on Marauders Mayhem and Heathrow in the space of 10 minutes because I had the entire ride to myself. On Marauders Mayhem there's not one person on it now. This place is like a ghost town. So the arcade's open, we've got Surf Garland on. So is the game booths. Lots of decorations on. Got another tree there. So there's a few decorations dotted around in Mutiny Bay. I believe Eastern Express is open for food as well. But I got my trusty picnic. So I'm going to walk down to where Bait Reef is and see what access is around here. See if we can see anything going on with Wicker Man. Well, here's the other side of a very festive Mutiny Bay with lots of lights and decorations. And that was about as far up that way we can get towards Tanya Canyon. Nothing up that way is open. I believe access to Alton Manor will be via Haunted Hollow. So we'll be all closed down this way for annual maintenance. The Rapids closed early and the runaway mine train is not part of the event. So those barriers state that we can't go that way. So we've got the lovely Katanga Canyon sign, the waterfall, and this is about as far we can get to Wicker Man. There's Big Pub in the sunshine. He's probably going to get sunburned because it's actually a pretty warm day. We've got no burger kitchen, so no greasy sandpaper burgers for me. We got Bait Reef that's open. Don't often come into Bait Reef, so since it's part of the event, why not? See some fishies. They got take your own photo opportunity. It's very quiet and not many people, so it's a good opportunity to take the camera in. Nice and quiet and peaceful in here this morning, not many people, so it's quite fascinating getting some footage of all the sea creatures and fishies. If you'd like something similar, such as the London sea life or something, I can look at getting around to that, so give us a like on the video and a subscribe, and a comment down below if you'd like to see some more sea life content, maybe from the Blackpool one or the London one, because we're only slowly selling off some of these attractions, so we should appreciate them while we can. Just finished my visit in the Sea Life Centre, so I don't usually do it when I come to Alton Towers because there's always too much to do with lots of rides and roller coasters, but with limited choice it was a good idea to actually go see some of the fishes for a bit, and whilst it's so quiet it's a good opportunity to get some peace and quiet as well. So if anyone needs a bit of a calming environment during the Christmas event, it might be a good place for you to go and hang out. So I'm quite impressed and walk fairly close up to Wicker Man. It's very quiet around Wicker Man today, with minimal maintenance actually happening. Merlin calls it maintenance, but it's probably just because it's too cold to run it. But I really think the ride offering should be expanded. Wicker Man could be run in the... Today it's pretty warm, it's not too cold. So we could look at getting it open. I like the look of what Alton Manor have been doing. We're getting all of their rides open for the Christmas event. So we got Wicker Man, very quiet. No music, no noise. No crunch as it goes over the wooden track. It's a shame not going to Alton Towers and not being able to ride it. Well, at least we've got some dark rides to enjoy today. Wicker Man could have done with some Christmas decorations too. We also got the test seat for Wicker Man. So next season I'm thinking of doing some videos on the test seats at theme parks, because I'm quite big and tall myself, and I know a lot of Facebook groups are interested in size requirements for the rides. So Wicker Man can be a bit of a tricky one. So I'd be interested to see if I still fit in it right now, but as for right now, the ride's not currently open. So just as a bit of a preview, but I'll probably do a video that's a bit more in depth next season. This is Wicker Man's. So if I just pull the bar up like that. So the point you have to get Wicker Man to lock is you have to pull it down until it locks like that. On the actual ride it will just need to click once. I remember when it opened it used to be 2, but it has to be 1. So as long as it just locks into place, you're good. So I think Wicker Man's tightest of the GCIs. So I went to Europa Park and did Woden, and that one just fell onto my lap and locked in place, where Wicker Man is a bit of a pain in the ass. So here's me trying to sit in it. So it is pretty narrow. So I can't currently get it to lock. No, that's not locking in place. Usually on the actual ride there's a little bit more space to cross legs if you're a tall person, but there's a bit of rock theming on the bar, so it does restrict my leg movement. So that's not locking in place. So I could try and do it with both hands whilst turning the camera off. So unfortunately, as a test seat goes, it doesn't quite lock on me, but I have been on the ride before, and if you don't always get the test seat and it looks fairly close, you should just always try. That's my opinion. Never be afraid. Staff are often friendly. So that's just a bit of a preview in this vlog, but I will do a bit more of an in-depth video of all the rides in the park next season. Right, now that test seats are out of the way and a bit of a promotion of what's coming next season on the channel, we're going to leave Wicker Man and we're going to walk down Haunted Hollow to Alton Manor to get back on with the Christmas entertainment and Christmas offering, because that's what we're here for, because Wicker Man's not running and none of the big rides are running. So that's what we've come for today. So well, let's have a walk up Haunted Hollow. Here's some of the maintenance happening on battle galleons. Instead of battle galleons, it looks more like mud galleons because I can see nothing but mud, because the entire lake has been drained and it's looking a bit dirty and a bit smelly. So I really think, like last year, they should have put a big wooden fence around it, because it looks a bit ugly and a bit gross as you're walking past. Obviously you need this access to get to the 2 dark rides, but they tried to brighten it up with some Christmas decorations. There's some lights and a Christmas tree. You can even see some of the lights on. Don't know if they're showing up on the camera, but it does stink quite a bit around here with all the mud, but maintenance has to be done, so I can't really whinge about that. But It's not very often you see the trough lowered this much, with all the lake drained. It just shows all the smelly remains underneath. By the looks of staff guarding Haunted Hollow, that's a sign that Alton Manor is currently closed. I did have a look on the Alton Towers app, and you can also use radtimes.co.uk if you're at home and don't want to be excluded from viewing the queue times. If you're really interested, you can use radtimes.co.uk, which always provides the live queue times for Alton Towers. So everything is currently walk on. Alton Manor is closed, Heathcote is just broken down. Everything's open CBeebies, and just in the night garden and the the get set go bugs are on 10 minutes, so it's very quiet, not many families around. It's about Galleon's having its hibernation. So we're going to walk down this way to Hex and see if Alton Manor reopens a bit later. I'd be interested to hear people's opinions over the 2025 season, what you think the operations have been like. Because we're still at Christmas with minimal rides opening, and we're still having ride downtime, so it's as if the maintenance isn't getting done. Because we're still seeing things like Alton Manor not working, not operating. So, come on Towers, what's going on here? We used to be having a good season with rides opening on time. Towards the end of the season, we did have a few hiccups over the last few years, but I'm interested to see what people think and what your opinions are. So don't forget to comment down below and give us a like on the video, because it motivates us to make more. Coming tomorrow, we'll be at the last day of the season for Blackpool Pleasure Beach, so that'll be very exciting. Get to see a Victus since it went up. I've been seeing lots of exciting videos and photos online on Facebook and YouTube, so I'll get to see that in person, document it for you, and I'll get round to Hyde Park Winter Wonderland at some point. Next weekend we're going on a trip to a random theme park, which I actually don't know where it is. I'm going to take an educated guess that it's probably Toverland, but haven't got a clue. And then I'll be doing FTL in January for their winter event. So lots of exciting things coming up. It's good to see some trees lining the pathway up to Hex beside the gardens. Only a small amount of people going up to the Hex itself. It's on a 5-minute wait, and it can eat capacity like anything. Got some views across the lake towards Tower Street. You can definitely see where all that flooring was for the fireworks, where the grass needs to grow over the next few months over the winter. You see all the mud where I think there were some refreshment stands around here, and where all the fireworks are detonated. Still got the odd Christmas tree dotted around. We're coming up to the towers themselves, and we got the gardens. Not sure if they're accessible to walk around. I highly doubt it. I don't see any sort of obstruction to go down there, but all access to Forbidden Valley will be blocked off at this time of year for the annual maintenance. So it was good seeing Intoxicator being bought in to fit in with the retheme of Nemesis, but we'll be back to see that next season. The gardens does look lovely in the sunshine. God, the weather is turning out to be good. I might even have to book on to the Towers and Gardens tour. I have done it, but I wasn't filming. I just took some photographs for Facebook. So maybe if it comes back next year, I could bring the camera along and make a good video. After walking a bit further up, finally made it to the iconic ruins. It's so good this year, with Hex being added to the ride lineup, to be able to walk down to the ruins at Christmas with winter music. Obviously some of the pathways are blocked off to rides that aren't open, So it's lovely to walk up to the Towers ruins and have a good look. Get our Christmas fix in over the close season. So unfortunately David Williams isn't part of the Christmas event this year like previous years, but we do have Hex, so I'll be taking a ride on that shortly, and I will have a look if Alton Manor is actually in operation. It's makes it exciting to see the decorations. And now make our way up through the archway towards Empty Square where Hex is for Christmas. It's good to have something indoors open for the winter. It's good to see that the trees have been spread out a little bit more instead of not putting any in Williams at all in previous years. The Ladyship's Gardens is probably where the exit of Hex is going to be, so that's open to walk around, lined with some more Christmas trees. You can never get enough Christmas trees. Trust me, Europa Park has thousands. Coming up to a very festive Hex. With absolutely no queue whatsoever. It's good to see the decorations have been put up. Some wreaths on the doors, some garlands around and some trees. It's good the Christmas budget has been used wisely. Some more decorations. And as far as the eye can see, all of Williams and Dark Forest, including woodcutters, has been closed off. Just as far up behind the towers as we can get. Right, it's time to go inside and have a ride on Hex.
To restore the suspended stone floor, which had been quite badly damaged through neglect largely, they had to take up a number of stone slabs which were broken so that we could repair them or replace them. And in so doing, they found what looked like some, I suppose you'd call them round, flat tin biscuit tins. They put them to one side, just being builders, possibly with a view to opening them up during their break, but we still had the archaeologists on site, and they recognised them, or they thought they recognised what they may be, so they relieved them, sent them along to a laboratory where they were opened under laboratory conditions, and they found undeveloped Victorian rock, and it was very, very carefully treated and developed, and here presto we have the film of the oak tree being chained, which up until that time to many of us was little more than just a legend, but there was the evidence.
This is the point where we get bashed into Hex, so due to Alton Towers' on-ride filming policy where no POV is allowed, this is as far as the camera can come, and I'll see you after the ride. So just had a festive and wintry ride on Hex, but I won't be in a hurry to go back in there because there's a slight problem because of how quiet it is. They can't send you through on all by yourself. So I had to sit on my ass and wait for about 10 minutes for one other person to actually come in. So it was a bit of a wait for the ride, not for the fact they had a queue, for the fact of the operational standards. So I think it's too much of a capacity ride for such a quiet event. So I think that's sort of the problem. I'm not sure, I doubt Curse is back open yet, so it might be about time to go and have a look at CBeebies land. So in CBeebies there used to be 3 rides you could actually film on, and now there's only 1. So Postman Pack was ripped out for Bluey the ride, which we'll go and have a look at. The Get Set Go you can't film in anymore because they've now put a sign out, and I've got to follow the rules. But you can still film on in the Night Gone, I believe. I think that's on about a 25-minute wait. So that might die down a bit later as the kids get tired. I'm hoping a Curse opens at some point, because that was hoping to be the highlight of coming, to see all the Christmas overlay they've put into it. Because I think Alton Towers have put some hard work into that. So let's hope they can get that in operation shortly. From talking to a member of staff as well, I believe Spinball is having its maintenance done now, so that it'll be open for Pirate Takeover. So at least there'll be something fun to do for that event. So that means I'll come over and check it out in February. They might have the pirate trail back that I did last year. Didn't vlog it because I wasn't filming back then, but I'll obviously come and do another video about that event before we kick into the main season. So just walking all the way back down to Mutiny Bay, and we'll have a look if I can get down Haunted Hollow. That might be an indication if Curse is running. If not, we'll go over to CBeebies land and probably go on Octonauts or something. I walked a bit further down the pathway. The bad news is I'm walking past the smell that is probably where all the Alton Towers toilets lead up to. That's how bad Battle Galleons looks at the moment. Like, normally it's just half drained, but the thing's completely empty, and it looks like actual S-word in there. Well, on the good side though, Alton Manor's actually finally opened, so I get to have a walk down towards that and see all these Christmas decorations that I've been dying for the last 2 hours to see. So we'll finally go and have a look. So I'm not going to be rushing back to Hex with because of the operational policies, and it takes quite a while to do it. But at least Alton Manor is a bit more re-rideable. And all these pretty Christmas trees inside. I think Emily Alton's getting a bit festive. Oh, I can see some lights on Haunted Hollow as well. I'll definitely have another look at now as the sun's going down a bit later on. So it's best to flip the camera around. Now that Alton Manor's open, Haunted Hollow is now to be accessed. So you get a grand walkway of decorations, some trees and some pretty lights. I think it's almost making up for Lightopia. It's such a shame that went bust, because Alton Towers needs to bring more value to the Christmas event back, other than just encouraging people to stay in the hotels. That's a nice piece of theming. Some presents. Merry Christmas! Gotta love them sound effects. So they've changed some of the audio as well. Like, even getting to Alton Manor is like an experience in itself. It's just a shame. I understand it's busy, quiet, but it would have been nice to see a bit more of the park at night, even just an hour, just to walk up here for a bit. But I'll do my best. I'll probably come here just before 4 o'clock to have a look around the area, and then have a walk back through it. Hopefully it'll be going dark by then. By the sounds of it, the normal audio for Haunted Hollow has been changed by Christmas music. it has finally made me happy that we've got the full advertised ride offering. I do hope for the Pirate Takeover we do get Spinball, because we need another roller coaster to do besides Octonauts. That's still to come in the video. Down in CBeebies land. I believe that's where a lot of the families are hanging out. Got lots of lights wrapped around the fence and some more trees. They made good use of the decorations down at Alton Manor, other than using them up where David Walliams is. I believe some of these lights around the fence were used around some of the trees around by the Sky Ride at Mutiny Bay.
Oh yeah. Or maybe even Usain Bolt. Surely it depends where they live. Or the athletes. If they live in a hot country, then they're going to be warmer than the ones in the cold.
Gravestones are looking a bit more festive for the Christmas season, surrounded by some Christmas trees.
Knock knock. Knock knock. Yeah, knock knock. Who's there? No.
I can see Alton Towers has put some effort in with the decorations. It's not going to be as groundbreaking as Lightopia, but I can see they're putting in some effort at least, instead of just walking down a quiet pathway to get to the ride. I've not even arrived at the ride yet, but from what I saw on their socials, I was actually quite impressed. There might be a new soundtrack and there might even be changes inside the ride. Yet again, unfortunately, due to the policy, no on-ride filming is allowed. I can film in the queue line theatre to show you all the theming around the queue line and the area, but no filming on the ride, because Merlin has their rules set out. Ooh. Treading on some twigs. It's a bit like, I think this is a bit of an inspiration by Haunted Mansion at Disney to overlay Alton Manor. Next March, hoping to be out at Disneyland Paris for the opening of the World of Frozen. That'll make an exciting vlog and an exciting opening day for you. I like how they've been dressed up as reindeers with some sweeties. And all the names of the reindeers, they're gargoyle reindeers. So this is where you usually split and Haunted Hollow. So the right side will be blocked off because that goes down to Forbidden Valley, which is not open. But they've made a good little Christmas scene over here at least. Some more gravestones looking a bit more festive with some bells. It's good that they've gone to the effort of changing some of the audio. As you can see, the gates of Forbidden Valley are shut, so no Nemesis this year for the rest of the season. So Alton Manor is just up this way. So there's a bit of tints on some of the statues. Some bells. It's good to be showcasing some of this. Let us know in the comments if you are going to be heading down to Alton Towers this Christmas. A few re-rides on Alton Manor. Probably will, after walking all the way down here, probably will. I do like a good Christmas pudding. Looks a bit more yummy than Aramark food, and probably less expensive. Finally made it over to Gloomy Wood, where the Ghost of Alton Manor is. Doesn't sound very spooky, it's just got the normal Towers Christmas audio. Got some trees around. Can't get up to Forbidden Valley. Looks very festive around here. The ride looks to walk on as well. No queue whatsoever. So if you want your quiet ride, now's your time. I like all the silver and purple baubles. They've matched all the colour scheme to the ride very well. It's now time for a ride on Alton Manor. Impressed with all the decorations outside of the attraction. Let's have a look if they put anything in the queue line. Unfortunately I won't be able to take you on the ride. However, after speaking to some fellow content creators, I've heard there's been lots of theming, extra theming put into the ride as an overlay. So I'm very excited to see this. I don't think much was in the queue line other than the usual theming. The ride's a complete walk on, so no need to go down the extended queue line. So let's hope the festive theming continues inside. Here we are entering Alton Manor for the Christmas event. Merely missed the trick not calling it Christmas at Alton Manor. Oh wow, got a pretty little tree in there. They've decked it well out with lights. You can see where all the Christmas budget went. It does look very sparkly in here. All the lights. Let's see what's in the pre-show room. Some more lights
on
up
the
on
31st of December, 1891, Mr. and Mrs. Alton held a party to celebrate the turning of a new year. However, on the final chime of midnight, the manor appeared to be struck by a storm of supernatural proportions. All known occupants of the house perished. That is, aside from the owner's only child, Emily.
Father, please may I go to the party?
No, you may not. Now get your room, you wretched little creature.
show, not much different to the pre-show.
On the 31st of December.
As for the ride now, cameras unfortunately allowed on. I'd have loved to have taken you for a POV, but the camera isn't allowed on due to on-ride filming policy. So I'll make sure to give you a good review afterwards.
The manor appears to be struck by a storm of splashing. The use of mobile phones and
so I've just been on Alton Manor, and before I talk a bit more about it, this clip will feature spoilers, so just skip ahead by a few minutes if you don't want spoilers. But they have overdone it inside the ride, a bit like doing an overlay of Haunted Mansion at Disney. So it's not to that scale, but they have done a good job with the Christmas decorations they've got. So they've got a lot of what was in the queue line, some more trees and some string lights and garlands inside, some reefs in the station. There were some of the finer details which I was quite impressed with, some other prop details, such as I saw a snowman hiding in the graveyard scene, and in Emily's dollhouse there was some candy canes lying around. So I like how they've gone to the extent of putting some additional theming pieces in and blended it in with the standard ride. It just starting to rain, so it'd be a good idea to find somewhere for lunch, I think. Or if I stay around this area, I'll probably have another ride on it. So I'll probably find somewhere sheltered for my lunch, and then we'll continue with the day. So we'll next probably go and have a look at CBeebies Land. So overall, I'm quite impressed with Alton Manor, and I think it is the highlight of Alton Towers Christmas. They've done quite a good job to theme that up in a short space of time. I'm quite impressed. So hopefully just having a small spitting shower, so it won't be too much of a damper on the day. It's a good job the majority of the rides that are open are indoor rides. So let's see. So since I last spoke to you, I had my lunch and then went to Alton Manor a couple of times because we had a bit of a torrential downpour. The rain's not completely stopped now, but I don't think it's going to get any better for the next few hours. So I still wanted to go and have a look at CBeebies Land and do something a bit different. I did Alton Manor a couple more times, but I wanted to go and see some of the other rides and have a look at the Bluey construction site. And I could do with having a look in Towers Trading as well, see what deals they've got on, because they've got some discounts in the attic of antiquities. So I think we're just going to have to battle out and try my best with the weather. It's not ideal. It was beautiful blue skies this morning, but the UK weather can just change in the click of fingers. So if I get spots on the camera, I'll just have to keep wiping down my phone and just hope it's waterproof. Because it's not ideal filming conditions, but I've got to try my best for everyone watching to make you all a decent vlog. Hopefully be a bit more covered under Haunted Hollow. So let's walk back to the main part of the event and have a look at the other side and see CBeebies that we've not seen yet. And now just walked back from Haunted Hollow, and the rain seems to have eased a little bit. So I'm just walking past the courtyard. And these are your show times for the Sprout That Saved Christmas, on at 11 and 12 today. So less show times than last year, and that's there on the stage in the courtyard where all the Alton ancestors were for Scarefest. So I filmed that for the channel, so I hope you enjoyed. So it's somewhere to go and hide if the weather gets worse, but it's eased off now, so we're back to enjoying a good day. So I'm going to have a look at Towers Trading, and then we'll have a walk around CBeebies. Here we are at Towers Trading, ready to have a look at all your out of season discounts and deals. Might even be a sale. Here's all your sugary sweeties. No good for your teeth. I'm cleaning stuff.
Did you choose to clean the walls? Yeah. We didn't clean it.
Yeah, because I've already got some deals on your hot drinks cups. Still got some of the leftovers on the Scarefest merchandise. Some of the t-shirts on sale. At 50, all the way down to a tenner for freaky friends. And it really goes. Even fireworks merchandise down to £12. All your ride merchandise. Nemesis Reborn. Galactica. Wicker Man. 13. Oblivion. A massive yellow smiler section. And here's all your Christmas goodies. Got magnets, tree ornaments, pin badges, mugs. Some of your fireworks merchandise, if you didn't manage to get to fireworks. And here's some of your Wicker Man merchandise. Some deals as well. Card holder, £5. All your keyrings, Toxicator keyrings. And I know what fella I went. Why is Nemesis Reborn not open for Christmas? You wouldn't think it with the UK weather, but just finished in Tower Street and the sun's back out. Nice, shining brightly. Back on Tower Street by the frogs. So that's all the merchandise. Got some good day deals on. So you won't get your past discount on anything on that's on sale, or 3 for 2 on keyrings and magnets, but you'll get it on everything else. So we're going to go and have a look in CBeebies land and doing a couple of rides in there. Just trying to enter the biggest area that's open at Christmas, CBeebies land. I don't often go in this area, but with only 5 other attractions open elsewhere, means it'll be the only roller coaster I'll have to do. Here comes the site of where Bluey the ride is. Bluey will be open next year. So the house fencing's been stacked up. Got the Get Set Go shortened route going round. I can see a bit of wood appearing on the building over there for Bluey. Can definitely see some blue colours coming onto the station for Bluey. Well, that even might be a building that's a piece of theming. No one knows. Seems though work's progressing. Just over here is a large crane, which I believe that is putting the track together. So we'll look around at the other side. So we're getting ready for Bluey in spring next year. It's great to see CBeebies decorated a lot right, matching the rest of the park. They're making very speedy work of this building for Bluey. You can even see some of the green track going in as well. So I think that looks like the chain lift. So that sort of looks like the lift, the top of the lift going in with some of the catwalks. So this large crane here is making good progress on the track. Coaster Crazy Tower Crane Services. I wonder if he's putting together our newest crane towers. So that looks like that would be the height of the coaster. It kind of looks a bit taller than Octonauts, to be fair. So there might be more to the layout than I was kind of expecting. It's a big theming building over here, which looks actually quite far away from the station, so there might be a mystery element or some interior queue line. So this building clearly wasn't on the plans, and it's looking very sort of Bluey-ish with the colours. I'm quite interested that they chose green for a Bluey coaster. It's not even like the plans, because the supports were orange in the concept image. So it's a very interesting colour of track. A dark green with lime support. I'd have thought it would have been blue if it was Bluey. But hey ho, it clearly looks like Sierra track, so this coaster is going to be manufactured by Sierra. Hopefully it's a bit bigger than Octonauts, because it looks taller. So it should be a similar ride to Paw Patrol at Chessington, which we're going to check out next year as well, both made by Sierra. And we'll have, I would assume, similar trains to Minifigure Speedway at Legoland. So I think with the 3 coasters of Minifigure Speedway as well, I think Merlin's had a 3-way package bundle with Sierra. So I'll have a walk round to the other side and see what we can see of the station building. Wowee, from the side of what used to be Postman Pan, it's coming along really well. Get a side angle of the height of that lift hill. It might be sort of similar height to Octonauts. And it's a bit clearer to see that colour scheme with the lime supports and dark green track. And that looks like a very futuristic building for Bluey, for the station and maintenance building. So it's coming along very nicely. Scaffolding's coming down. It's interesting when we'll see the rest of this layout put together. So I will go on to the Get Set Go and see if there's anything else the other side of the fence. But this is as far as we can see for Bluey construction. So it's exciting the tyre lift has gone into place. And one more look at the station. It looks a very large station for a little kids coaster. At least it has a roof unlike Octonauts. So that does your construction for Bluey. It's flown up as quick as Paw Patrol's flown up. So I would have thought they would have had a very similar layout. So I hope this one's a bit interesting with a helix. So I will probably go on the Night Garden ride and maybe get a bit of footage of that for you. And then I'll definitely go on the treetop bugs, Get Set Go thing, to have a little peer over the fence. Fortunately, camera won't be allowed on that ride because they stopped it for the construction, but I'll let you know if I see anything else. Seems nice and quiet at Night Garden with only a 10-minute advertised wait, and most of the other rides are walk-on. So it's a nice quiet event, Christmas, good for lots of re-rides away from the main season crowds.
I'd start with Octonauts. Yeah, I'd probably do that.
you're enjoying the ride. Macca, packa, acca, wacka, micka, macka, moo.
He's the wash with his soap, crazy bar soap. He's looking grubby today.
Are you blowing kisses, Upsy Daisy? Let's blow kisses to Upsy Daisy. Bye bye, Upsy Daisy. See you later, I'm sure.
She's got a new skirt. Her bed's a bit neat. I think they must
One to
change
watch, one to wear.
Change the skirt well. One of her hats is broken.
It's Iggle Piggle. Yes, my name is Iggle Piggle. Iggle. Goodbye, Tombliboos. Goodbye, Macca Packa. Goodbye, Upsy Daisy. Goodbye, Iggle Piggle. It's time for us to go.
We kind of surprised you with it because we could surprise you then. It didn't bother you. You liked being surprised then. Oh wait, no, the footsteps are holding. It was like a big blow up thing. It looked like an igloo. Oh yeah. It was a big inflatable theatre.
Just been on in the night garden with some on-ride footage for you, testing out the new wrap system, and it works really good. You get timed out fairly when you sign it, so it's basically tap, scan and enter, and on you go. And you get timed out when you scan into the ride, so if you when it's a bigger ride, if you get timed out, if you've got to wait a little bit, you're counting down as soon as you enter the queue line. So it works like a breeze. So I'll probably use it on a couple more rides in the area, maybe Peter Rabbit and Go Jetters, work our way around to Octonauts and go on the Get Set Go as well. So here's some off-ride footage of those rides. Sun's now starting to set over Alton Towers, and the lights have come on the trees. Lots of flashing coloured lights, so they look good when it gets even darker. So I've done a few rides in CBeebies, making use of the Ride Access Pass new system as well. It's pretty easy to use. So I went on Peter Rabbit, Go Jetters, Octonauts and Get Set Go. It does look quite a mess the other side of the fence underneath the track for Bluey, so they're still tidying up with the woodwork from all that building that's by the lift hill. Doesn't leave much space for the layout, so it's very interesting how the layout's going to go. It's still a complete mystery. But the sun's starting to go down and the night time's starting to come out with all the lights on the trees. So we've got about half an hour of the park day left, so we're going to have a walk over to Alton Manor and have a look at that at night, and then have a really slow stroll looking at the lights in the dark on the way back to Tower Street to wrap up this vlog. Alton Towers has done a good job with all the twinkling lights on the trees as the sun starts to set over the tower's ruins over in the background. I'm not going to go over and do Hex again because I don't fancy waiting for ages to be sent through. So I think Alton Manor was the highlight of the event, I think, with it all being Christmas overlaid. So that's where I'm going to head back to. It's great to see all the lights wrapped around the trees. They look even better when it goes fully dark. Just taken my last couple of rides on Alton Manor for the day, and now the ride's closed for the night. Even though it's not completely dark, the lights still look lovely around the area. I was the last person on the ride because there's no one else down here. The doors have closed for the day. And this is the last time I'm gonna see Alton Manor until next season. Good night, Emily Alton. See you in 2026. The lights are really pretty around the area. It's good to come and have a look and have a couple more rides on Alton Manor before the season's out. So it's now 4 o'clock. The park's now closed. So I best start heading to Tower Street and have a look at some more of the lights. It's getting a bit cold now. I could do with going and corner coffee and getting hot chocolate if it's still open. So I'll have another walk through Haunted Hollow, have a look at some more of the lights. I'll have a look up Tower Street, and then we'll wrap up this vlog ready for Blackpool tomorrow. After another walk through Haunted Hollow as the evening goes on. Should be going dark anytime soon. So you got usual lighting that's down here during Scarefest, but with some pretty lit up Christmas trees. It's a shame none of the ones down here are like multicoloured or fibre optic, like you can get at home. Like the ones on Tower Street are nice because they're multicoloured, but these ones are all white, so maybe if we could have a bit of variety. Got the reindeer goggles glowed up red. Good piece of lighting. It's been a long day. Might not have felt it at 6 hours, but I fitted a lot into this vlog.
Here, what's worse than Rudolph with a runny nose?
I don't know what is worse than Rudolph with a runny nose.
Frosty the Snowman with a hot flush.
Aye, that wouldn't be good for him, would it? You're right, Puddle.
Hey, did Rudolph go to school?
I don't know.
Right, we're just coming out of Haunted Hollow now. It's very quiet on the pathways. I think a lot of people have gone home. So I might have a quick look at some of the lights in Mutiny Bay before going to see if Corner Coffee's still open for a drink before waiting for my bus trip home. Good to see some of the lights around Battle Galleons, even though it stinks like the toilets. At least they tried to make it look pretty. Lots of lights down there. There's Wicker Man with his lighting flickering from just above that building. Right, we're heading over to Tower Street. Seems as though everything's caked in lights in Mutiny Bay. Everything from the trees to posts, it all seems to be all twinkling lit up. Merlin have spent a lot on lights this year. They've got all the lights on the trees. Just see the moon coming out as well. And everything's just cakes and lights all along the benches. So they've done a good job here. Thumbs up from me. Now this is what I was excited to see. All these multicolour changing trees around the big sparkly tree. Just the perfect way to end Alton Towers at Christmas. And all the trees continue all the way up Tower Street with all the colour changing patterns. Seems as though a lot of the food and drink shops have shut early, unlike normal park operating hours, which is not a problem. And with that, that concludes our day at Alton Towers Christmas. It's been a lovely event. It's been good to get out in the cold and keep riding on the coasters, such as Octonauts in the cold weather. It's good to see the event and all the decorations that have been decked out, like the lovely tree at Alton Towers. There's no better park in the UK to spend Christmas at than Alton Towers, so I do recommend a visit if you want to come and see all the decorations. The rides are pretty limited, so if you're looking for big coasters, just don't come. Just go to Drayton Manor instead, where you got the Wave and Gold Rush. So I'll see if I get around to that event, and you got your fun fairs such as Hyde Park Winter Wonderland and Winter Wonderland Stoke-on-Trent. So I think the highlight of this video and of the visit was Alton Manor, with the overlay that they've done with all the Christmas decorations and the extra theming they've put in. So I'm off to Blackpool tomorrow to have a look at Invictus and for the last day of the season. So if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.